Does anybody else jam out to that? Does anybody else, or is it just me?
With that being said, we are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother Tim, and we got Terry Edelman here as well to break down today's NHL slate and a couple NBA games as well. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, I'm going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right and what went wrong in the world of sports betting. And for me, what went right was the NBA and the NHL. What went wrong was college basketball. We went 11-15 in college basketball, down 5.20 units. I think it was slightly worse because I did add on East Carolina because I went to the game last night. They won 88-80 in overtime. I went 4-2-1 in the NBA. My losers were the Magic +9. They lost by 10. And they were keeping it close the entire game until when it mattered. The Pacers at +280, a half unit sprinkle. That was frustrating. They were leading in it was like 38-18 in the fourth quarter. So stupid. Love the NBA. And I also had the Pacers +8, which pushed. But my four winners were the Raptors +8. They won that game straight up. The Spurs +7.5. They won that game straight up. So phone call.
We're calling to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yes. But the Spurs, I had them +7.5. They won straight up. If only I sprinkled money lines on those two. Then the Heat money line and the Hawks money line, both of them come through. 4-2-1 in the NBA, up 2.40 units. In the NHL, I went 3-1-1. My only loser was the Oilers. I just saw value on that line, and I couldn't resist +252. And I would make that bet again. This was a team that was leading 2-1 at one point. It was tied 2-2 heading into the third. And with a +250 underdog, I don't hate that. Like, I understand they fell apart. I think Toronto scored with like 8 minutes to go in the third. I mean, a +250 dog kept it that competitive the entire game. I'm not mad at that bet whatsoever, even though it lost. It is what it is. I also had the over 6 in that game, which pushed. Luckily, Toronto shot that empty net goal at the end of the game with like 20 seconds left, unless that would have been a loser, and that would have definitely hurt my night a little bit. But I did have a really nice night. But the second game with Pittsburgh and St. Louis, I had Pittsburgh money line and St. Louis over. Those are also my handicappy tone picks. So now I'm 4-0 in the last 2 days in the handicappy tone for picks and parlays. And then the Grand Salami over 12.5 at +105 was a winner as well. The Penguins was also my last Woody pick, which I moved on in the last Woody. Terry Edelman moved on in the last Woody. There's 33 people left in that, and Tim still can't win one. So that was my day yesterday. Overall, I went 3-1-1 in hockey, by the way, up 2.05 units. So hockey's been treating me very good as of late. I went 18-18-2, down 0.75 units because of the college basketball. And overall this year, I'm 83-78-3. I'm up 2.36 units in 2022. Tim, how was our day yesterday in college basketball and your day?
Well, I like to go over everything that we did for the site, which we had 35 plays yesterday, 17 and 18 day. Not particularly what we like. There was a couple of games that could have flip-flop either way, and we actually won a couple of the games that could have went completely wrong. But looking at some of the games, NBA 5-3. Speaking of games that could have went wrong and went right, how about that Indiana game? We had Indiana +8.5. They were down 10 with 3 seconds to go, and then for whatever reason, Indiana just felt like getting another bucket. So nice, easy layup, and it ended up turning from a 10-point game, not covering, to a 8-point game covering. So that was fantastic. So that was one of our winners.
They were leading at one point in that game by like 16, though.
That's not the point. Hey, it's still cashed, and that was one of my favorite NBA plays yesterday. I had the winner in Miami, winner in Atlanta, Toronto +7.5. Easy winner. They end up winning, I think, by like 15 or whatever it was. Oklahoma City was a loser. I had them at +7.5. If I got them anywhere else throughout the rest of the day, I would have won because that line went from 7.5 all the way up to 9.5. That would have covered. Unfortunately, they lost by 8. I didn't get to cover that one. Denver lost by 6. They had 2 opportunities at the end to try to help me push that bet. Didn't work out. Not a big deal. I also had the over in that game, which hit with, I think, about a minute and a half left. I'll take that. And then Golden State Warriors can suck one. They sucked last night. I had a -5.5, and I think they lost by like 18. So not pretty there. Not pretty there. I was figuring, hey, maybe we might be getting a good performance out of the Warriors tonight against a banged-up Mavericks team. Nope, not happening. And Curry went out early in that game, so that obviously didn't help either. As you mentioned, your hockey went 2-0 with the Pittsburgh money line and the over in that game. So once again, Nick, good work. I believe you're on a little bit of like a 18-9 run to start the year in hockey on the site. So no, I looked it up this morning. So number 1 on the site for 2022 in hockey. Good work to start off that. And then college basketball has been a little bit rough the past couple of days. Not a big deal. It's what happens when we have a lot of plays. 10 and 15 for that one. I'm not going to go over all the games. They're all up on the site. I will say there was a couple of them that went bonkers. And then a couple of them.
Missouri State game.
Oh, yeah. My favorite play yesterday, Bradley, Missouri State over. I know a lot of people, that was the play that I had like 18 points of value, 20 points of value, whatever it was. And that one cashed. So that one is the only play that I really felt good about, and it worked out. But hey, 17, 18. I would end up being profitable yesterday because live betting Russian table tennis. All right, Nick, let's move on to the. I'm kidding. Terry, how have you been doing the past couple of days? Hopefully, make money today.
Yeah, hopefully today is good because I've been going through an extreme rough patch. I started December off right when I started tracking my units. I started December off amazing. Like I was up like 40 units and I was on top of the world and everything was great. And now I'm having a hard time winning very much at all. So I guess that's how it goes. You have your good streaks and your bad streaks, and I'm on a bad streak right now, but it's going to end soon. I'm hoping today's the day. There's some plays I really like today, and yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Let's get it. But we'll go ahead, head over to the chat. We do have a 4-game NBA slate, and then probably way too many hockey games. But let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. Jay Richardson's in the chat saying, "Sup, fellas? Sup, Trey?" Theory's in the chat saying, "What up? What up?" We get a supness. There you go.
All right, we're good. We can start our stream now.
Everything went wrong except his soccer plays. That's fair. Thank you. Best NBA play yesterday was the Heat.
Yes.
Get it? I was all over that one. I liked the Heat yesterday. What up, guys? Y'all got to help me in the NBA. Shake my head. Up 23 units in hockey, down 9 from NBA, 0-4 yesterday, FML. My plays are going to be scrolling through the chat.
Yeah, Nathan, I told you yesterday. Add me on Twitter and I'll add you to our group chat.
Actually, he just followed. Oh no, he followed the Bets Earle one. But I think I can find him on here and I'll get him on the group chat.
You follow me on Twitter every time in the group chat.
Yeah. We'll get you in the group chat because hold on, let's see if I can find him on here. Nathan, nope, he's not following me on that account. Not a big deal. Yeah, add him in the thing. Add him to the group chat, and then we could talk with him later. All right, Lex has already got his stuff in for today. Big parlay. I could already tell you I'm against you on that first one. I'm not going to be with you on that Knicks play. And the under, I don't mind the under. Grizzlies under. Why not? They're against a Detroit team that's awful. Devils and reg, Panthers and money line, Bruins over, Penguins money line. All of those will go over in during the hockey segment. San Francisco over. Nick, do you have the Google Docs up for college basketball?
No, I do not.
Here, let me pull that up real quick, and I can see what we got for those. Take 2 seconds. Here we go. I know that's an early game. Is that the Loyola Chicago? You have the over 136. We would be leaning towards the under, and if that's actually, oh, it's 129. Yeah, never mind. We would be slightly leaning to the over, but did not bet that one. And then the over in Troy and Coastal. I believe we just have Coastal in that game. So, good luck on your parlay today. Besides that, Knicks. Adding on Twitter, cool. Big NHL slate. Still no Canes. It'll be 6 days without watching my guys play. Hey,
6 days? That's amateur level. Look how long it's going to be between Islanders games.
there you go. But what do you think about that Houston Baptist game? They haven't beaten any teams not D2 or D3. I got the under. So we'll go ahead and jump into some NBA action for today. Nick?
Yeah, we're going to kick it on off here. The Boston Celtics are at the New York Knicks. The Celtics are 1.5-point favorites in this game. Total of 207. What are you looking at for this matchup?
Here, hold on. Sounds like something's buzzing real quick. 1 second. Go to Terry first.
Terry, you got anything for NBA today?
Throwing me on the hot seat there. Let me get up this. Yeah, I did hear it was like not really buzzing. It was like I can't explain what the sound is, but it wasn't.
I think it was Christina's phone vibrating, but it turned off. So
Boston and New York.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really have much on this game. I try to stay away from both of these teams. Yeah, I can still hear something.
that was Nick playing with his microphone.
Okay. I can still hear it a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I try to stay away from these two teams. Maybe if they were facing other teams that I like to back, but I don't like these two teams, so it would be a pass for me.
That's fair. That's fair. One thing that with these two sides, one of the things that's pretty profitable this year is actually fading the Knicks. Because if you're fading the Knicks, you're hitting at about a little bit over 55% this year. Their spread's hitting 44.7%. Boston, they're 11th. They're slightly above. You're hitting around 51% against the spread with them. I'm on the Celtics today. They're healthy. Tatum's back for more. This is his second game back. I do not trust the Knicks. Even at home, I do not trust the Knicks right now. They have been struggling. This is not a spot that I'd be willing to go after them. This is a Boston spot for me. They're finally healthy. I'm going to keep rolling with it. So Boston, I got a -1.5 just to -1.5 just because I'm not going to lay the -140 or whatever.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was leaning the other way in this one. I had this game handicapped around New York -0.5 point, so I had them as a slight favorite in this game, ever so slightly. So I would be leaning towards the home underdog in this game, but I didn't bet it, so I'm going to pass there.
Go back to the chat. Wild money line. I don't know. We'll see.
We need to get Turnsey on a show one of these days, Tim.
Yeah, come on, Turnsey. Join us for a show one day. Celtics botched yesterday. Good pass by y'all. Take them today. Yeah. I kind of have a feeling
that was on the Spurs.
A little bit of funky play. Yeah, Nick was on the Spurs, but keep in mind, yesterday was Tatum's first game back in 2 weeks. So that was my big concern for it.
And that brings up the question that I brought up a little while ago, which you didn't really say had much of an effect. We notice in the NHL, when big star players return, that team struggles in that first game. We've seen that with McKinnon. We saw that with Crosby, with Hughes, with Barkov. We've seen this with a few players. What is that similar to what we can see in the NBA? When
somewhat.
We see Tatum return yesterday, they struggle. We can see like LeBron return and then the Lakers struggle that game. Like, do we see stuff like that?
Not often,
more the opposite way.
It really depends on the lines and stuff because the NBA is not a money line sport. It's a spread sport. So we're trying to figure out. I try to figure that out, but there's no really rhyme or reason to any of them because you never know. Like Kyrie Irving came back yesterday. I figured that would be a big distraction. He drops 22 points, which is pretty good for not playing all year. But it's a spot where no, I faded them yesterday just because I didn't have a feeling on that game today. I like the Celtics. He's actually back for a second game in a row. It's just your stomach growling. I'm hungry. Hey, me too.
Me too.
Turnsy, do you want to go get lunch later? Meet me at Bojangles. Let's do it.
Bojangles.
Boston got to bounce back after that embarrassment last night. They bit me. Yeah, that was not pretty from them last night. Good morning, Francisco. How about them Penguins?
Yes.
There you go. We'll go ahead and move on to the next game, which is this one.
Yeah, Golden State Warriors are at the New Orleans Pelicans in this one here. Warriors are 2.5-point favorites now in this game. Total of 213.5. We looking at anything in this game, Tim?
Yes. And we're going to be on the Warriors at the -2. Main reason why they're -2, new report saying Curry, after Wednesday's loss to the Mavericks, says he's not optimistic he will play against the Pelicans. It's the second leg of a back-to-back. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits. This Golden State Warriors team is deep enough to the fact where I don't think it's going to matter. Against a bad New Orleans team, you're not going to see Golden State has not lost 2 games in a row all year, I believe. Let me confirm that. They have not lost 2 games in a row all year. I don't see it happening tonight. They lost badly to Dallas. Curry did go out, I believe, in the third or fourth quarter in that game. I don't watch the games. I saw that his stat line stopped. So that's the only reason why I figured that one out. But Curry had 36 minutes. I guess he played a little bit more. But he went out a little bit later in that game. I feel like this is a spot where even at Golden State -2, everybody's going to see, oh, Curry's out, fade the Warriors. No. I'll be on the Warriors -2 in this game.
Oh, Terry, sorry, I was distracted.
This line seems like crazy to me. It's Golden State, and it's New Orleans, one of the top teams facing one of the worst teams, and -2.5, -105 at my book. I'm tempted to take the Warriors. I'm gonna have to give it a little bit more research. My lines in basketball don't come up usually until late, much later than hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Like hockey, I get my lines usually around 5 or 6 p.m. for the next day. But even at midnight, 1, 2 a.m., a lot of the time, basketball's not up yet. So I haven't really had a deep chance to really look into things. But even without, Draymond Green is back, right?
Yes.
So that's one of the Golden State's top players. But I think even without Curry, that they have a chance to, that they could definitely win this game.
100%.
So I lean Golden State.
Fair enough. Nick, anything for you? I know this one I think is your only play.
My only play on today's NBA slate, and I'm totally okay with that. The resident NBA experts going with the Golden State Warriors on the money line here. I had this game handicapped at -8 for Golden State. And even with Curry out, I'd bump that down to maybe -6, -5.5. So there's still value on the Golden State Warriors here, even without Curry. So I'm going to go with the Warriors here. I put the money line instead of laying 2.5 points because I could see this being a little closer than expected. But I like the Golden State Warriors to just win this game straight up. That's all I'm asking for them.
That's fair. Turnsy's asking about Zion. The last report, which was yesterday, says Zion foot has been doing his rehab away from the Pelicans facility, but he is under supervision from the team. That's all we got. It doesn't give us a timeline, doesn't give us anything like that. Honestly, if I was Zion, Pelicans are not going anywhere this year. Don't come back this year. Stay out this year. Come back next year when they're fully healthy and good to go. And then that team could, go out and get another player, and you can get Zion, Valanciunas, and Brandon Ingram, and that could be, and then add one more piece, and that could be a good team next year. Last night was Golden State's lowest scoring game of the year. What happened? They have the basketball, and they couldn't get it into that circly net thing, so they didn't score as many points. No, it was a very good defensive game from Dallas. Dallas is a really good defensive team. So honestly, that had a lot of impact on that one. Like all the NHL plays for Nick besides Arizona.
That's fair. We don't have to agree on everything.
There you go. Warriors team total over 107. Curry out, but no, still terrible. New Orleans still terrible. Yes, 100%. Speaking of terrible teams.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tim, when I got distracted there in between the games, I saw on a Facebook post, Allie said I won the buzzer beater. So I commented, I did. Apparently, I won the buzzer beater.
Good job,
but we'll move on here.
Hold on. Before we jump, Mavs also retired Dirk's number. I couldn't get. Yeah, I remember. If I knew that was the case, that could have been a situational spot to bet Dallas, but I don't know. I didn't know that was happening.
I was leaning Dallas last night. I just never got to it.
I saw that somewhere. I think it was ESPN or someone posted, or maybe it was Twitter. Someone posted about that they were retiring. I don't even know who Dirk is. I don't follow the NBA.
Dirk is one of the best centers of all time in the NBA.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they were saying that
he beat a LeBron super team to win a championship.
Yeah, I was about to say he beat LeBron's big three in the first year of Miami. So he beat the team with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. The first year that team came into fruition, he beat them in the finals. So that was kind of a big deal. But yeah, Dirk is, I think he's somewhere in the top 10 for scorers all time, power forward of all time. Sorry, I thought Dirk was a center too. He's kind of a similar player to Nikola Jokic today. To give you a little bit of context, but no, he
except
retired. Better. We'll see. Jokic's career is still young, so we'll see where that one goes. If Jokic can win, say, 2 more MVPs and a title, then maybe he's the best center of all time. But we'll see. But
you realize you're putting that in a conversation with like Wilt Chamberlain.
That's a different time. I'm not getting into a whole big conversation. I still think Shaq is right now the best center of all time.
And
Shaq. But we'll see what goes on with the careers of him, of Jokic, not Zion, but Giannis could be another interesting spot, and then Joel Embiid. We'll see where
then that Curry guy's okay, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I went to Game 4 of that championship. Hell yeah, dude. But we'll keep rolling through the NBA because I know we got a big NHL slate that I get to look interested throughout.
Yeah. We have the Detroit Pistons are at the Memphis Grizzlies here. The Grizzlies are 12.5-point home favorites, a total of 218 in this game. Anything in this one?
This is the only game that I did not bet. And the only reason why is I'm not laying 12.5 points. That's just not a case that I'm going to do. Terry, I think that was Nick earlier. I'm not going to be laying 12.5 points in this game, and I have really no feeling towards the total because I could easily go under in this game, and that'd be all right because I don't think the Detroit Pistons are going to score much. But this is not a spot that I want to get to this game, and this is the only one that I passed on for today.
Yeah. For me, this is one I passed on. I had this game handicapped at 12.5. It is 12.5. I see no value on this game, so I see no reason to get to it.
All right, sounds good. Terry, anything in this game?
Yeah, I just looked at yesterday's NBA because I didn't really pay too much attention to the NBA, but both of my leans cashed, so I really wish I would have bet that. Charlotte scored 140 yesterday against Detroit, so Pistons are on a back-to-back. So that makes I'm probably going to go with Memphis. I don't care that I don't care that I do care that it's 12.5, but Memphis is the much, much, much better team, and Detroit lost by 29 yesterday. So that sucks. And then the Jazz won by 6, so I was going to bet the Jazz. So both my leans cashed. My only lean so far is Golden State money line, and then yeah, I lean to Memphis minus 12.5. What's their team total? Is 115.5 minus 110.
Why not?
116. I'll have to look at what they've been scoring lately, but hey, Detroit let in 140 yesterday, so why would their defense all of a sudden get a lot better today when they played yesterday? So yeah, I see Nathan put that in the chat. Memphis team total over 15.5. I'm probably going to bet that. I probably will because I like how Memphis is playing. I have taken Memphis in the first half and got burned for it. So I look more towards Memphis team total and then the full game spread. But I'll probably take, you know what, make that an official play. Memphis team total over 115.5. I like it.
There you go.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I'll add that in. Where's Terry's plays?
Did you put him in?
Yeah, I did, and I think you must have been typing yours when I did because Terry's plays haven't been scrolling.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're just Terry's plays. It's fine.
Oh.
Memphis team total over 115.5.
All right, let's go through the. Nick, did you go over this game?
Yeah, I passed.
Okay. What about a teaser in the NBA Memphis game? Yeah, I guess I'm just not laying points on them, and I'm not really teasing anything today. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Tiffany. Memphis team total over 115.5. I like it. Memphis first quarter, first half, either one. They should be able to just take care of business easily in this game against a bad Detroit team, even though both teams are on the second leg of back-to-backs. Dallas hasn't played since December 20th. That is wild. Have to lean Florida. Yes, team total first quarter or half.
I love how Turnsy's already getting to the hockey slate. Wow, which I agree with that take.
Well, we got one more game, and then we got a big hockey slate to talk about for you.
Yeah. We have the Phoenix Suns hosting the LA Clippers. It's a 10.5 point spread now. It's gone down from 11 to 10.5. Total is 221. Where are you looking at for this one?
This one's an under for me. The Clippers are still going to be without a bunch of players. Paul George remains out. DeAndre Ayton's going to remain out for Phoenix. No JaVale McGee for Phoenix. No Zubac. No Kennard for the Clippers. So just a bunch of bench players that are going to be playing with short benches, which is very concerning. Like it's a fact that I think this is going to be an ugly defensive game. Both these two teams are really good defensively. I believe both of them are top 7. Yes. 5th ranked defense is Phoenix. 7th ranked defense is the Clippers. I think this is a spot where this one's a ugly defensive game. So I'm taking the under 221.5 for this one.
Yeah, this is one where I wish it was still at 11 because I probably would have gotten to the Clippers at 11 because I had this game at 9 as my projected line. So I'd see 2 points of value there, enough for me to bet it. But at 10.5, I'm going to stay off this game. So this was a pass for me. If I can get 11.5 with the Clippers, I might add that on later in the day for a second play in the NBA. But for right now, at 10.5, I got nothing.
There you go. Terry, anything for this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna add. You don't have to put it. Well, I guess you can, if you want to add it to the scroller at the bottom, but if not, that's fine. But I'm gonna take Phoenix team total over 115.5. I see that Clippers have allowed 116 or more in 4 of their last 5 games, and then Phoenix has scored more. 116 plus in their last 2. At home, Phoenix is obviously good. 16-4 at home. This is also a revenge game. Clippers won 111-95 the first meeting. So, any injuries, huge injuries for Phoenix?
DeAndre Ayton remains out and JaVale McGee's out, so their first and second string centers are out for this game.
Hmm.
So,
How much does that really affect the offense?
uh, a little bit, but it's enough for me to want the under in this game.
Yeah, you're on the under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with team total over just because I don't like Clippers defense, and I'm gonna stick with it. But
Clippers
yeah,
defense. I know they haven't been well the past couple of games, but Clippers defense has been they're number 7 in terms of total points per game in the league this year. They're only allowing about 106 points a game, which is pretty good. So I don't mind their defense.
But
also
Phoenix is a little bit more of
recently,
a higher powered offense than the normal teams they play.
Crowder's also out. That's true.
yeah, Clippers faced Minnesota, Brooklyn, Toronto, and Brooklyn again, and allowed 116 or more to all 4 of those.
Yeah, those are all pretty good offensive teams. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that is all of the NBA for today. So unfortunately, we're going to have to leave the NBA and go to the National Hockey National Hockey League. I'm thinking association. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead start off with this game. We get the Pittsburgh Penguins heading into Philadelphia. We get the Pennsylvania matchup with them and the Flyers. Total is 6. Penguins a 225 favor in this one. Terry, we'll start with you in this game.
This is the one game that I'm not really very sure of today. Well, one of the two. I actually don't have anything in my write-up written for this game. Pittsburgh's won 9 in a row. That's obviously great. Philly's 2-2-2 in their last 6. They've been going to overtime. 4 out of their last 6 have gone to overtime. In the last 5 head-to-head meetings in Philadelphia, Philly won 4 out of the 5, and 3 of the 5 went over 7. 1 landed on 7. So only 1 game went under 6.5. And the total 6 minus 120. So it would definitely be a lean to the over. The only reason I don't like the over is Jari has been amazing this year, and especially lately. Also, the Penguins' penalty kill is very good as well. So, yes, Pittsburgh has struggled in Philadelphia lately. And obviously, 4 of those games were last year. So, because they were in the same division, obviously, last year. So, 4 of those meetings were last year. I'm no official play on this game right now. Obviously, if you check my Twitter, I have my Google sheet, which I've been using every day. And if I add anything in this game, it'll obviously be there. But as of right now, it's too much. Part of me wants to go Penguins, but they've struggled so bad in Philly. And part of me wants to go under because of Jari, but they trend super over. So it's just kind of a pass for me right now.
All right. Nick, anything for this one?
I am on the over in this game. Pittsburgh, there that 9-game winning streak, very impressive, and they've put up at least 3 goals in every single one except for that 1-0 win against Anaheim. They've gone over in both their games since returning from the COVID break. They went over last night 5-3 against St. Louis, 8-5 against the Sharks. And last night I had the over, and I thought that was dead. It was 0-0 heading into the second period, and they put up, and then there was 5 goals scored in the second period, which made it 3-2, and all of a sudden the over was live again, which was crazy. So if you guys played that over last night, that was good. If you guys played the under, I hope you played it in the first period. On the other side, Philadelphia, they've played 2 games since returning. They did lose 4-1 to Anaheim without Zegras. And without a couple of their other players, I believe no Raquel, no Getzlaff, or something along those lines. Troy Terry scores a hat trick in that game. And then they lose 6-3 to the Kings. They've actually they've played 4 games since the COVID break. They've gone under in 3 of 4, actually. They're one of the only teams that have been trending under as of late. But I don't trust this Philly defense. I think they're still going to be without a few players today. I think this line's a little bit too wide to get to Pittsburgh now. Pittsburgh's still without Carter, Malkin, O'Connor, and Zucker. But if we look at what the Flyers are missing here, and I think that the team total over potentially for Pittsburgh could be a halfway decent look here in this game as well. Still no Broussard there, no Konechny, no Provorov, no Sanheim, no Couturier, no Ellis, no Griot, no Thompson. This is still a Philly team that's missing a lot of players. So it's Pittsburgh or nothing. But I got to the over 6. I think that they put up some goals in this game. And talking about Tristan Jarry there, I think he's one of the more underrated goalies in hockey. We all remember what he did last year during the playoffs against the Islanders, and we all had that negative image in our mind about him. He's 16-5-4 this year, a 1.89 goals allowed average, and a 934 save percentage with 3 shutouts. And he's 16-1 to win the Vezina. Some goalies that are ranked above him are Bobrovsky, Saros, Anderson, Hellebuck. I don't know why Hellebuck's still ranked up that high. Markstrom, Vasilevsky, Campbell, and Shesterkin. I think that Tristan Jarry should be a top 5 candidate potentially to win the Vezina Trophy this year. He's been that good. So yeah, I understand what you're getting at there at the under with him. I think that Pittsburgh scores in this game, though. I don't trust Philly defense. I think Pittsburgh can put up 4 or 5 by themselves tonight, so we just need 1 or 2 from Philly to help try to force an over there. So I'm going to go over 6 in this game. I lean towards the Penguins as well.
Fair enough. We'll head back to the chat. Nailed Crosby and Draisaitl goals last night.
I almost bet Draisaitl. I don't bet goal scorer props often, but I almost bet Draisaitl, saying that who else is going to score on that team.
Facts. And then Flyers look lost without this guy.
Claude Giroux.
Giroux, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
They have a lot of injuries, Philadelphia. Obviously, we'll have to see if anybody comes back today. Really, you want those forwards to come back to help the over.
Yeah.
True. Well, we'll head to the best game of the day by far. Nothing comes close. San Jose Sharks at the Buffalo Sabres in this game. Hold on. All right. And Sharks are a minus 125 favorite. Total is 6. Nick, we'll start with you in this game.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's about right?
That was me.
I just wanted to piss off Tim. Yeah, looking at this spot here, we have I like a side and a total on this one here. I got in on over 6 at plus 117. It is now 6 at plus 103. So that line's definitely gone down. And I like the Sabres in this matchup here. We look at what the Sharks have done as of late. I'm stalling here so I can get the covers up. It's potentially Aiden Hill in net here for the Sharks, and I wouldn't blame them putting in Aiden Hill the way that James Reimer's been the last few days. He's been brutal. 6-2 loss to the Detroit Red Wings, who had scored 2 goals in their last 2 games combined. They lost 8-5 to the Pittsburgh Penguins. They did beat Philly 3-2 in overtime, and then they beat Arizona 8-7 in overtime. They give up 7 goals to Arizona. Something is wrong. I understand that was your first game back off of the break, but yikes! The wrong team was favored in this matchup. To be completely honest, I think I had this game power ranked around Sabres minus 105, minus 110. And even though Sabres have played 3 games since their return, they've lost all 3. Granted, it was against a New Jersey team that's all of a sudden resurged a little bit. It was against the Islanders, who got a nice win. Apparently, if the Islanders play the Sabres every single game, they'll be the number 1 seed in the East. And they lost 4-3 against the Boston Bruins, which they almost won that game. So I like the over in this one here, especially if it's going to be whoever in net for the San Jose Sharks. I don't trust either Aiden Hill or James Reimer right now. Team total over 2.5. I wouldn't talk anyone off of that game for the Sabres as well. I'm on the Sabres money line, and I'm on the over 6 in this game. I see goals, and I see Sabre goals.
There you go. I like to hear that. I like to hear Sabre goals.
This is more of a fade of the Sharks than the play on the Sabres, though. Keep that in mind.
All right, Terry, you're gonna agree? We're gonna see some what do you call it goals today?
Well, San Jose has allowed 5+ goals in 4 of their last 5 games.
There you go.
So
There we go.
they are allowing goals right now. Buffalo has allowed 4+ in 3 straight games. So that's not very good either, Tim. But the big play in here for this game is the draw. 4 out of the last 5 times San Jose has gone to Buffalo, it's gone to overtime. 4 of Buffalo's last 7 games have gone to overtime, and 2 of San Jose's last 6 games have gone to overtime. So both of these teams are going to overtime. They went to overtime in the past. Buffalo is scoring 2.71 goals at home. The Sharks are scoring 2.82. The Sharks are allowing three goals on the road. Buffalo's allowing 3.24 at home. So pretty close numbers. Pretty close. Everything's pretty close in this game. So for me, the numbers just say I have to bet the draw in this situation. I have to. If Luukkonen is in net, which isn't confirmed right now, there's no confirmed goalies for this game. But if Luukkonen is in net, I will probably add Buffalo Sabres money line to my card later on.
Sabres. Sorry.
Just because I think that will give them the goalie edge. But the main play in this game is the draw. And I may even do it a little bit bigger than my normal half unit size.
I will say, according to DraftKings, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is the projected goalie for tonight. Obviously, it's not confirmed; it's projected. But one of the things
it's confirmed on RotoWire.
So,
oh, and if it says if it's a green P on Luukkonen on DraftKings, that it means they're the probable goalie, meaning they're the starter.
Yeah, that's
my
what
parlay
it says
I put in the group chat yesterday. Silvestral has a 3-goal lead, so that game is checked off right away. That's one of the things I love about Bet365. Anybody who can use Bet365, anyone in Canada, if you bet a money line, a team goes up by 3, you cash right away.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
That's fair. We'll go ahead and keep moving on. We get to go to, I guess, another game. It's no Buffalo Sabres game, but we get the Minnesota Wild heading to Boston to face against the Bruins. Bruins are a 175 favorite. Total of 6 in this game. We'll let Terry go first. Let me guess. Bruins.
No. Wild money line actually just moved down to plus 140 now. So I don't know exactly what happened there. It moved to plus 155. So all I've been watching is the odds go up and up and up and up and up for the Wild. So I've been waiting to see if what amazing number I can get. But let me just go down to my write up here. The Wild are on their longest losing streak in 3 years. Injuries as well as not playing for 6+ days haven't helped. But the big thing in this game, Marco Rossi and Matt Boldy are making their debut. I know obviously they're rookies, but they're 2 very good rookies. Marco Rossi is a legit top 2 line center. I'm willing to say that right now. He will be a first or second line center his entire career. He is small, but he is fast and he can score and he can pass the puck. Adding Marco Rossi and Matt Boldy to the lineup. Obviously, Joel Eriksson Ek is hurt right now. So is Jordan Greenway. Matt Boldy is better than Jordan Greenway. He has the same physical element to his game, but he can score a lot more. And Joel Eriksson Ek, I love him. He's very good defensively. but he does not have the scoring prowess as Marco Rossi. So I really think adding these two players helps the Wild's offense. Bruins have won 3 games in a row since the Christmas break, but they beat Buffalo, Detroit, and New Jersey. So I'm not giving them a lot of credit for those 3 wins. All 3 teams are
Buffalo one.
all 3 teams are not playoff teams as of right now. The only one that has a chance is Detroit, possibly. Buffalo has no chance of the playoffs, but anyways. Rossi is going to be playing with Foligno and Fiala. That's something huge. Right now, you can get Foligno to score at plus 320 for Foligno to score. And he has Rossi and Fiala beside him. You can get Fiala at plus 220 to score. At my book, they don't have either of Rossi or Boldy.
Makes sense.
So I obviously can't have them to score or an assist or anything. Also, Fiala to get an assist is plus 225. So these are huge numbers for that second line. I see that second line performing very well in this game. So I want to talk you off Fiala to score, Fiala assist, or Foligno assist, Foligno to score. But all on Wild money line. Right now it's plus 140. I don't know exactly when I'm going to lock it in. Goaltenders are confirmed. It will be Capo Kakinen for the Wild, as Cam Talbot is hurt. Capo is 4-2-1. His numbers are going up though. He's got a 906 save percentage now and a 267 goals against. It was 8 something and 3 point something. So in his last few games, he's definitely played well. And then Jeremy Swayman for Boston. Last thing I'm going to say about this game, the Wild are 10th in goal scoring on the road, 19th in goals against. Boston is 23rd in goals for, 18th against. So Wild are scoring more on the road than Boston is at home. So I'm going with the Wild, of course. I was going to stay off them. I was after the Winter Classic. But adding Rossi and Boldy just makes it impossible for me to do that.
That's fair. That's fair. Nick, any thoughts on this Wild Bruins game?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over in this game. We all know Wild overs have looked really good, though, so far this season. Looking at this game, Minnesota does come in losing 5 straight games. They've lost they've lost their only game since returning from the COVID break. They lost that Winter Classic game 6-4. They did go over in that game. They've gone over in 3 of their last 4 games. They've given up 6, 7, 3, and 6 their last 4 games as well. So they're giving up a lot of goals. Their defense does not look great. But they're also scoring goals. They've put up 4 goals in 3 of their last 4 games as well. So they play a very high-scoring style of hockey. On the other side, we do have Boston coming in. They've played 3 games this new year since returning from the COVID break. They've gone over in all 3 games, 4-3, 5-1, and 5-3. They're scoring goals, and they're looking pretty decent doing it. I bet it yesterday. I got over 5.5 at -123. It is now over 6 at -113. So I love the line I got. I would lean potentially towards a Bruins team total over 3.5 as well. I'm still not sold on Kakinen yet. I know he's been playing a lot better as of late, but he's not someone I'm 100% sold on. And this Wild team has been giving up goals as of late. I do expect this game to be a higher scoring game. I was looking potentially at Minnesota if that line got up to the plus 160, plus 165. Unfortunately, it's gone the other way now. So this will just be a total game for me. I'm just going to go over this. I got over 5.5. I would still go over 6. I can easily see this being a 5-3 type of game. So I'm going to go over in this game, Minnesota and Boston. You're muted.
Yeah, I figured I was. I do that from time to time because why not? Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll go ahead and keep rolling through these games. We get the Columbus Blue Jackets heading to New Jersey to face off against the Devils. Devils are a minus 155 favorite in this game. Total of 6.5. Nick, we'll start with you in this one.
Yeah, this line has absolutely moved. If you wanted the Devils in this game, your line has passed you by. They were on minus 110, minus 115, even minus 130 yesterday. Now they're all the way up to minus 155. Let's see if there's a reason behind that. I'm going to see who's in, who's out. And there's a few players out for Columbus. For starters, Jonas Corposalo is going to be in net. Makes me love my over even more. This is probably one of my favorite bets of the day. I got over 5.5 at minus 120 yesterday. It's now at 6.5. There's going to be no Sillinger, no Texier, and no Werenski for Columbus, as well as no Merzlikins and Bayreuther. On the other side, though, one thing that really makes me scratch my head to wonder why the Devils are such huge favorites in this game. Nico Hischier is still questionable. No Pablo Zacha, no Dougie Hamilton, no Sharangovich, and still no Thompson and Wood, which they haven't had for a while. At this line, I feel like it's dog or pass for this line now. I had this game priced around 120, 125 for this game, and you're getting upwards of plus 140 now. So it would be for a side perspective, it would be Columbus or nothing for me, even on the road. I'm not getting involved in this game from the side. I'm on the over 5.5. It's now at 6.5. I don't know if I'd get to 6.5. I can see this being 4-2 Devils. But I would lean towards the Blue Jackets money line, but I'm on the over 5.5 in this game.
That's fair. That's fair. Terry, anything for this one?
Yep. As Nathan's saying in the chat, Columbus is not a good road team at all. They are 5-10 on the road. They are 31st in goals against on the road, so second last, allowing 4.13 goals a game. New Jersey is scoring 3.17 at home and allowing 2.94. The last 3 games, 3 times Columbus has gone to New Jersey. It's gone to overtime in all 3. Columbus is 4-0-1 in their last 5 trips to New Jersey, though. So Columbus has had success in New Jersey. Were they in the same division last year? I think they were.
No.
Oh, no, Columbus was in the Central. Okay,
Yeah, Columbus was in the Central.
Yeah, those games didn't happen last
But these
year.
are both Metro teams.
Yeah, but they probably the year before, 2019, the last couple years. But in Columbus and New Jersey's last 18 combined games, only 2 of the 18 have finished less than 6 goals. And obviously the total is 6.5 now. Only 1 of them landed on 6. So 15 of the last 18 games combined between the 2 have gone over 6.5. I'm on the 6.5. Unfortunately, sometimes waiting for lines helps you. Other times it doesn't. This is definitely a time it didn't help me. I got over 6.5. I actually bet it at minus 110. It's minus 115 now. I could have got the over 6 yesterday, but I didn't hit it then. It is what it is. I haven't done my props yet, but Jack Hughes has assists in all 4 games since the Christmas break. So I'm definitely going to be on Hughes' assist. And obviously he's playing on the top line with all the injuries they have. So he's going to get lots of minutes. And then also Jesper Bratt, one of their top players. He also got an assist last game. I'll be taking that as well. It is Jonas Corposalo versus Blackwood. Corposalo has an .881 save percentage and is allowing 4.14 goals a game. Blackwood has an .895 save percentage and is allowing 3.32 goals a game. How can you not go on the over with all the stats that I just mentioned? So over.
Fair enough. I actually realized I missed a bunch of chat, so I'm going to go back and from the Sabres game area. because I missed this one. Turnsy said Sabres money line. Francisco's messing with me saying do the 1-800 commercial for Tim
I
on the
did.
Buffalo
Nick
game.
did it.
Yeah, I missed on. What did you miss? You missed the NBA slate. Rewind back and watch that. That's the good part of the show. You're not missing much now. Marco saying, "What up, my guys? Let's get us cash today. Hit the like button, people. So appreciation, subscribe, and share. Hell yeah, let's do it." Does over 6 include overtime on Buffalo game? If it's over under in a game, yes, overtime is included. Under Sharks and Sabres. Nick has the over. Yes, and shootout. Yep. Over and 6. Kaprizov assist. There you go. Let's go. Wild Picks is in the chat for whatever reason. I think I might have to time him out. He's being a little bit
Wow.
vulgar there. Not kidding. Full fade of this
Vulgar.
full fade of this Columbus Blue Jackets team. They are trash on the road. I grabbed money line, reg, and over 5.5. About to grab the puck line. There you go. Check those road splits for Columbus.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bet them.
Yeah, Devils in a must-win spot. They have to travel to Columbus next game.
Oh, so it's a home and home.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dawson Mercer to score.
I don't hate that.
Like that, Cody. Plus 400. That's crazy. I like that a lot. I think he's on the second line, or is he playing with Hughes? If he's playing with Hughes, and
I can give you that in just a second. Let me get on Roto Grinders.
if he's playing with Hughes and Bratt and he's plus 400, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, crazy, radical.
Well, that's their top line, and these two teams are scoring a lot.
Oh, I know. I'm busting with you.
He's on the second line with Kuokkanen and Johnson.
Okay,
Johnson.
so
not as
still
good.
He's on the second line. I think he's probably on the
and he's on the
play
second
too.
power play unit.
Okay, so I don't hate that plus 400.
Yeah, that top lines is Hughes, Tatar, and Bratt. And they're also all three of them are on the top power play unit with Severson and Bastion.
Yep. A couple more chats and then we'll go to the next game. Under 5.5 in the Blackhawks Coyotes game. We'll go over that one in a minute. Oh Lord, this Stars team. This is a perfect transition. Florida Panthers are going to Dallas to face off against the Stars in this one.
Skipped a game.
No, I didn't.
Did I not type it in?
Which one?
I forgot to type in Calgary and Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, that was earlier.
All right, then type that one in and we'll go over it next. Florida Panthers minus 135 favorites against the Dallas Stars. 6.5 is the total. Terry, you get to start with this
one. Close your ears, Nathan. No, so Dallas is a very good home team. They are 11-3-1 at home. So like Columbus, Dallas is a huge road home split. Dallas is 7th in home goals for and 7th in goals against. So they're a very good home team. Florida is 4-4-4 on the road. So 4-4-4. That's a pretty crazy record. They're 9th in goals against on the road and 15th in goal scoring. So they definitely don't have the offense on the road that they do at home. But Dallas hasn't played a game in 17 days. While the Panthers have played 4 since the Christmas break. The Panthers won all 4 since the Christmas break. All 4 went over 6.5. So the Panthers are in a good, a good rhythm. They played some games, not a whole bunch, like they've had a couple days off, so they're not going to be super tired or anything. They're in a good rhythm, and Dallas hasn't played in 17 days. I know you can practice a lot, but practice is not the same as actually playing. Florida's 3-2 in their last. They won 3 out of 5 in Dallas. Dallas is good at home, but I got to take Panthers money line here just because of the 17 days off is huge in my opinion.
That's fair.
I'm taking a Florida money line at -1. What is it now? It's minus 130 now. I think it was minus 135. Now it's minus 130. I haven't actually put it in yet. Are goaltenders confirmed? Neither goaltenders confirmed for that. So I am probably going to actually pull the trigger on most of my bets after the show is done.
Sounds fair. Nick, any thoughts with this one?
Yeah, I forgot to type in one of my plays on this game as well. I like a side and a total on this one here, and I got in on this game rather early, and I like it. Um, Looking at the spot here, we do have Florida. They have played 4 games since the COVID break. They've won all 4 of them. 6-2 against Calgary, which is a really good road team at home. Granted, all 4 of these were on the road. Now they head on the road to, or at home. Now they head on the road to Dallas. But 5-2 against Montreal, 9-3 against Tampa Bay, and 4-3 versus a really good Rangers team right now. And Dallas hasn't played since the 20th. We mentioned that. They won 7-4 against the Minnesota Wild. They won 4-3 against the Blackhawks before that. So they have gone over in back-to-back games. I got this yesterday at 6. Over 6 at this game at, I want to say, minus 115. So I got a very nice price there. I also got Florida yesterday at minus 113. And a lot of lines have moved, and I think all but the Sabres line have moved in my favor. And I think the Ducks line's gone down 2 cents on me. But other than that, I love Florida in this spot, and I was tempted at potentially Florida minus half a goal in the first period as well at plus 165. I think is a nice little spot because you could see Dallas come out a little flat here. They haven't played in 17 days, so I think that's an interesting angle if you want to take that way as well. I think Florida is one of my favorite plays for today for a money line side. I think they get the job done here against a Dallas team where we might even see Braden Holtby. So I really like Florida Panthers in this game. I got a minus 113. I got the over 6 at minus 115. I probably would go over 6.5 as well in this game. I could see this being 4-3 Florida. And over 3.5 could be an interesting look for the Panthers as well at plus 105. I don't hate that as well because I do like the over and the Florida Panthers. So I do think they put up at least 4 goals in this game. It's a very good offensive team that I think can put up some goals against a team that hasn't played in a while.
There you go.
Spencer Knight is in COVID protocol. So it says
it'll be
Bobrovsky and Holtby is also confirmed.
I like, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to say this going into the year. I like Bobrovsky more than I like Spencer Knight right now. Bobrovsky's looked really good this season. So I prefer them even more with Bobrovsky and Net.
What's really interesting, I know we're going off on time, but Holtby's save percentage is 922. Bobrovsky's is 921. Bobrovsky's goals against is 2.45. Holtby's is 2.44. So these two goalies are their stats are extremely similar. But Holtby's 5-7-1, and Bobrovsky's 15-3-2 when it comes to actually winning. So that tells you a lot right there.
Tells you goal support. That's all it really tells you. Because we see this in baseball all the time where we can see a pitcher with a 2.19 ERA and a 1.01 WHIP when go 9-8 or whatever. But a pitcher with a 3 ERA gets like a 15-4 record because his team could put up 5 runs from a game. So that's also something to keep in mind. Why records for goalies are not really something to look at compared to what they're doing with goals allowed, with their save percentage and their expected goals allowed as well. Because I've noticed there's a few goalies that if you look at their expected goal numbers compared to what their actual goals allowed numbers are, you can see some either positive or negative regression for them. So those are a couple things to look at with goalies. I don't think win-loss record is something to look at with them.
That's fair. We'll go back to the chat. I still can't believe what happened in their last home game.
That's when they beat my Minnesota 7-4. So, yes, I still can't believe it either, Nathan.
I had the over in that game.
Flames win today, but lose to Canes tomorrow.
That's right. The Hurricanes are back in action tomorrow.
There you go.
They're one of the 2 games.
Only 2 games tomorrow? Sorry. Panthers and the over 5.5 is at plus 230. It's not terrible. Florida's a terrible on the road. You lean the Panthers. I lean Panthers, but there was a weird talk on Twitter about the Stars practice and conversations with underperforming Stars. This just feels too weird. Fair enough. I don't know how much I would take into consideration for that, but we'll see. Panthers minus a half first quarter at plus 160. You like the
Very good.
Panthers, but their road record scares you. Exactly. Rangers upset VGK today. Who would you rather have in net for the Wild tonight, Terry?
Kakkonen. Even if Talbot was fully healthy, like Nick was saying, the Wild have allowed 6 goals.
He's not looked good.
That was not Kakkonen that let in those goals.
Yep.
That was Talbot. Talbot has not looked good. I would rather have Kakkonen. I'm not saying I'm happy that Talbot is injured. Obviously, I'm not. Talbot got
You're
injured
happy
last
that, hold on,
year.
you say you're happy your team is injured? Wow, such a
I
fan.
never said that. but-
Do you think that the Wild need to go out and get a goalie? Or do you think
Yes.
Talbot and Kakkonen are good enough to make a run in the playoffs? Or are you good? Or are the Wild a team like the Oilers or like the Avalanche, where you're just going to have to outscore teams, even though your goaltending's not the greatest?
If Talbot performs in the playoffs like he did last year, then I have no issue with Talbot at all. Talbot's playing rough right now, but he's been Talbot's been not like Wild don't really have goaltending isn't our strength, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But our offense is our strength. And adding Boldy and Rossi just makes it even scarier. But yeah, I'd definitely rather have Kakkonen right now. And to the people in the chat about the Panthers road record, it's not really that bad. They're 4-4-4, but they're 9th in goals against on the road and 15th in goals for on the road. So it's not like they're not like a bottom team on the road or anything.
That's fair. Nick, you broke down this game, right? Both of you guys did?
Yes.
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and keep moving on. We get the Calgary Flames and the Tampa Bay Lightning in this next game. Lightning is around a 180 favorite, total of 6. I believe, Nick, you're starting with this one.
Yeah, I look at this game and I wonder, why are the Lightning this big of a favorite? To be completely honest, and this is going to be probably an add-on play for me here. I like the Flames in the spot at plus 160. I think that's way too big of a price here. I had this game handicapped around 125, plus 125 for the Flames. So you're giving me plus 160. I'm going to add that to my card right now. Oh my God, that line has moved up though. That line,
who's out? Because that line was
not anybody. That RotoWire.
Look at the chat. Kucherov is back.
Kucherov is back.
Yep, he hasn't played in forever. So that's why.
There you go.
Star player returning. You know what to do, Nick.
Yeah, fade him.
When was the last time he played?
Also, there's also Steven Stamkos is questionable for today's game with an undisclosed injury. So keep that in mind as well. I like the Flames in this one. You're giving me the Flames, a team that is this good on the road. They're, I think, one of, if not the best road team this season, at plus 160? Come on. I feel like that's a no-brainer here. They're 13-5-2 on the road. I mean, sure, everyone go back the Lightning here because Kucherov's back. I will take my plus 160 and run with that. I think this should not be that wide of a spread. That just boggled my mind right there. That just because Kucherov is back, someone who hasn't played in a while, I'm surprised he didn't return for game 1 of the playoffs because he loves to do that. And I don't even see him on a power play unit or anything like that. Let's see what RotoGrinders has him at. Let's see if he's. But yeah, definitely fade the team that has a star player returning because that's going to mess with the chemistry because this Lightning team has looked really good as of late. So probably Mateus Joseph is going to move back down to what, the third or fourth line. And it's going to be Point, Palat, and Kucherov, which is a great top line. Don't get me wrong, that's a great top line. But they're going to be matched up with probably Gaudreau, Lindholm, and Tkachuk. I really like this Flames team now in this spot. So I'm on the Flames. I just bet him at plus 160 when I saw that line there. And I'm also on the over in this game as well. I got over 6 at my plus 123. You can now get over 6 at minus 106. So definitely beat a nice little line movement in this game as well. But Calgary at plus 160, sign me up all day, every day. As hot as the Tampa Bay Lightning have been, that line is so incorrect. It's not even funny.
There you go. There you go. Terry, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I wouldn't myself say that Tampa Bay's been very good. They're 2-2-1 in their last 5. I've been fading them. I faded Tampa face the Rangers twice, and I faded Tampa both times.
Then they beat
Calgary's
the Blue Jackets, yeah.
Yeah, they beat the Blue Jackets in their last game. Yeah, Calgary's 2-4-1 in their last 7, so they're not really doing that well either. They struggled their last game in Florida, but who doesn't struggle in Florida? I think
Exactly.
Florida's 18-3 at home, so 18 teams have struggled and 3 didn't. Calgary is the 3rd best team in goals for and the 3rd best team in goals against on the road. They are actually scoring more and allowing less on the road than Tampa is at home. Tampa's scoring less and allowing more at home than Calgary is on the road. So that's pretty big, especially Tampa's home record is 11-3-3. So they play very well at home, but Calgary is a better road team. So I feel like Nick's talking me into Calgary money line. I am on the draw. I'm taking the draw at plus 320. I like the draw, but I gotta lean with Flames money line too. I'm probably gonna bet it.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the Flames, if you don't think they win straight up at the plus 160, over 2.5 team total at minus 115, I think is a look.
Are goalies confirmed? Oh no, this is the one the goalies aren't confirmed for.
It's probably going to be Vasilevsky and Markstrom, 2 very good goalies, but 2 very good offenses.
Imagine it's not Vasilevsky. Does Tampa play tomorrow? I know Calgary does, but no, it's Calgary.
No, it's probably going to be Vladar tomorrow for Calgary against the Hurricanes.
See, I like Vladar. His numbers are comparable to Markstrom, so that doesn't scare me. I'd really like if Vasilevsky's not in net today. That would be amazing. If we could get that, that would kill my draw, but it would definitely help your Flames money line. But Vasilevsky hasn't been since the Christmas break. He hasn't really been amazing either. So,
but what goalie has?
I could look, but I don't have that numbers. I'm pretty sure there has been a couple. Has anyone got a shutout since the Christmas break? I don't think.
Yes, there was like a 1-0 game or something the other day.
No, it was I know who got the shutout. It was Igor Shesterkin, 38 saves against the New York Rangers or against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, that's right.
So he hasn't struggled. That's true. Everybody else has. But yeah, I like the draw, and I'll probably add Calgary money line, and I'll probably go with some Tkachuk props and maybe Mangiapane to score. He's kind of slowed down a little bit, but I'll put like a quarter unit on that or something like that. But yeah, go Flames, go.
Also, Jack Campbell got a shutout against Ottawa, 6-0.
Nah, that doesn't count. Back to the chat. Lola, Chicago versus San Francisco. That's a pass for us. Nothing really going in that one. Kucherov's back. Fade. Yeah, classic fade the team when their stars getting back. Flames money line. Kucherov is back and Nikita is back. So Kucherov and Nikita are both back today. Good to. I know his name is Nikita Kucherov. I got you. I did that one on purpose. You're on the Flames here. I like it. Calgary. Everybody's on Calgary. That tactic has worked in almost every sport. I'll take Flames in regulation for a big score as well.
What is that? Flames in regulation plus 225. I love it.
I'm on the draw.
Jersey. Yes.
I'm on the draw, so I don't love that. But
bring it. I will admit I was a degenerate yesterday, and I did bet a 10-unit bet with the Leafs in regulation minus 140. What?
How bad were you sweating that out when it was 2-2? Or when the Oilers were up 2-1? I bet you were sweating that out, Nathan.
Yeah. Attorney said, yeah, Nathan, that is degen. But yeah, whatever. Amazing what Sutter has done with this team in one head. in 1 year.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Flames over.
Yes.
Okay. We still fading that Tampa defense.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky will play. I'm staying with Lightning. They didn't win last 3 head-to-head. Flames burned me recently and not giving them any of my money today.
They're just not worth minus 180 right now.
That's called recency biased. Be careful. How do
just
you?
172.
I found how to bet team totals. Okay, good job. So there we go. 4 games left. We'll keep on rolling through it. We get the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado's a minus 220 in this game. Total is 6.5. And we are starting with Terry in this game. Where are you looking in this one?
This one I have no picks on. Let me see. I didn't put any picks in this, did I? Yeah, no official picks as of right this moment. Obviously, I'm going to be looking at Avalanche scoring props. I haven't looked at any of my props because they don't get posted until like the day of. So obviously, we're doing the show, and I stay up really late, so I sleep in. But offense-wise, the Avs have scored 4+ in 6 of their last 8 games, winning 7 of the 8 and winning 5 of the 8 by 2 or more. So they're winning by 2. They're scoring a lot. The Jets have won 3 in a row and have been trending towards the over. 10, 15. 15 of the last 18 games between these two teams, 15 of the last 18, have landed on 6 or over. So only 3 of the last 18 have actually gone under 6. So is the total still 6, or did it move to
6.5 now?
It's 6.5. So yeah, that's fine. 10 of the last 18 went over 6.5. So yeah, I was looking at Colorado team total, but minus 150. It's like and I don't want to take the team total over 4.5 because it is Hellebuck that they're probably going to.
And it's still 5. Yeah, they still have to score 5 goals against an NHL team, and this is actually a decent one.
Yeah, I took the over 4.5 last week or something or whatever, and I cashed it. But I wouldn't take it against Winnipeg, especially with Hellebuck in it. So as of right now, nothing. But the Avalanche is scoring 4.64 goals at home. They're averaging 4.64. And Winnipeg's averaging 3 goals against a game on the road. So
there you go.
Definitely can see some Avalanche goals.
Nick, what do you think in Avalanche goals today?
I do think we see some goals. Obviously, Avalanche overs have been money this year. They're 19-7 to the over. I'm on the over. I got it at 6 yesterday. I believe at minus 115 or so, something along those lines. Did I track it? Yeah, over 6 at minus 120 is what I got it at now. It's at 6.5. Here's the thing though with the Avalanche. I think this line's a little bit too wide for them. I know that they've been playing really well as of late. They've won back-to-back games. They had to squeak that one out against Chicago. They looked really bad in the beginning in the first period against Anaheim. So they haven't looked like the absolute juggernaut that they had been before the COVID break. Yes, they won both their games. I kind of like Winnipeg in this matchup here. Winnipeg's won both their games since returning off the COVID break. They dominated Vegas and gave up a game-tying goal at the end, but then won in overtime. And they dominated Arizona. I know it was Arizona. It was 3-1, but they dominated the shots on goal, 49-27 for Kirill Vejmelka, which is really good that game. Only giving up 2 goals on 48 shots seen. They did score an empty netter at the end to cover the puck line. And I think Winnipeg, that game against Arizona was a little bit of a look at spot to this Colorado game, obviously. I had this game. Where did I have this game marked at? Around probably a minus 170, minus 175 for this Colorado team. So I see value at plus 197 here with the Winnipeg Jets, as crazy as that sounds. I'm not looking to bet the Jets, though, to win straight up in Colorado. I will take the team total over 2.5 with the Jets, though, at minus 105. I think we see goals in this game, and I think we can see at least 3 from the Winnipeg side. So I'm going over 6 and over 2.5 team total for the Winnipeg Jets in this game.
There you go. There you go. Back to the chat for just a second. Tim is impressing me knowing hockey player names. Yes, I am.
I've been training him.
Shut up. Francisco, congrats on last Woody standing. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Avs and the over. Don't mind that, right, Nick? Avs and over. Oh no, you were just mentioning.
I'm leaning Jets.
Jets, but you like the over as well. I get Avs are good, but I don't think Avs should be minus 220.
No, exactly.
Lean Winnipeg plus a goal and a half. Nick is thinking the same way I am in this one. The Yotes goalie was playing out of his mind. I've got over 6, and I'm about to grab the Jets team total.
No goalies confirmed yet, and you have to think Kemper's played so much. When are they going to go to the backup?
And who the hell is the backup?
I think it's what's his name is back.
Johansson?
No, he's in Florida now, or Montreal.
Boy.
He went somewhere else. It was that other goalie that they had last year. Their backup. I can't remember his name. He has been injured most of this year, but
Pavel Francois.
Yeah, Francois. So you have to think maybe they go to him eventually. Or Frank Hughes. I think it's Frank Hughes.
Frank Hughes, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to think they eventually go to him. Also, COVID on the Wild, but I'm not too upset. Brandon Duhaime, one of the third line forwards, has COVID. They're going to test him again. If not, Kalen Addison, rookie defenseman, but he's a very good scoring defenseman.
And I just hit refresh on my page. One player that's now ruled out, lower body injury. Charlie McAvoy is not available for that game as well.
Ooh, beautiful. Oh, that's probably why the odds went. That is probably why the odds went for the Wild.
Yeah, I'm not touching the Wild at plus 139.
I'm taking it at 135. I was hoping it would stay. It was at 155, but McAvoy out. That's why. Actually, I love that. That's awesome. Great news.
There you go. Penguins plus 1.5 at minus 1. Peg, isn't that
Winnipeg? Yeah,
Winnipeg. Oh, Winnipeg. Gotcha,
Winnipeg.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't hate that at all. I just can't trust the team to go in and win in Colorado. That's one of the most difficult places to play in hockey. I think
the plus 1.5 they don't have to win, right?
Plus 1.5, yes. I think that Colorado is a more difficult arena to play in than Florida.
That's fair. Well, it's also dealing with the altitude that a lot of teams aren't used to dealing with. So
yeah.
But we'll go ahead and move on. We got 3 games left. The New York Rangers are in Vegas taking on the Golden Knights. VGK is a 145 favorite, total of 6. And we're going to start with Nick in this game.
I am on the over 6 in this game. Even with Shesterkin in net, Vegas is a very good home team. 11-8-1. Okay, so they're an okay home team. But they have a very good offense. They're 4th in the NHL, scoring 3.5 goals a game. They've played 2 games since returning 4 games. I was looking at January there. 4 games since returning from the COVID break. They've gone over in half of them. 6-3 win over the Kings, 5-4 loss against the Jets. They had also gone under 3-1 win over Anaheim and a 3-2 loss against the Nashville Predators in their last game, which I had Vegas in the over in that game. And we look at what Vegas has gone through with all the injuries that they have. And I was listening to, I think it was the Ice Guys the other day, and Jimmy Murphy brought up a good point on why some teams struggle with all the injuries and why Vegas has continued to score here is because the players they're missing are wingers. They're missing big players with Pasquarelli and Stone, but they're both wingers. And as long as you have good center ice and you have good depth in the center ice, you're able to still score. And they have that with Carlson and Stevenson. And imagine what happens when they get Jack Eichel back. This team's going to be a force to be reckoned with. The only big question for me is Robin Lehner with this team. He's been okay. He's 14-9, a 3.03 goals allowed average, a 905 save percentage. So that save percentage is a little low. And their backup, Laurent Brossoit, has not looked too much better. A 900 save percentage, a 2.78 goals allowed average, but he usually just sees less shots. I like the over in this game, over 6. I think we see goals on both sides. I think Vegas's offense will be able to beat Shesterkin for at least a couple goals. I also lean towards Vegas in this matchup here. I know that New York has the better goaltending, but I like Vegas at home. This is, I believe, the first game of a road trip for the Rangers, if I'm not mistaken. Who just finished out a very nice 2-0 homestand, a little home whatever, 4-0 against the Lightning and 4-1 against the Oilers. Now they travel all the way to Vegas out here. So I'm leaning towards Vegas here on the first on the money line side, but I'm on over 6.
There you go. Terry, anything for this one?
Yep, definitely. If I wasn't a Wild fan right now, I'd probably be a Rangers fan. They're making me money, so right now I kind of am a fan of them. They've been making me money. People have been fading them. Like both times I was on, obviously on Twitter, and all I see is everybody betting the other team, and I'm like the only one on the Rangers, and they cashed both games. So I hope everyone takes Vegas. Not sure who's going to be in net for Vegas. Lehner hasn't played for 3 games. I don't think he's played since Xmas break. Vegas is 11-8-1 at home. The Rangers are 12-5-2 on the road. The Rangers are 12th in goals for on the road and 7th in goals against. Meanwhile, Vegas is 12th on goals at home and 24th in goals against. So Vegas is allowing 3.15 goals at home. Rangers, I get it, Vegas is at home, but Rangers should not be the underdog here. So at plus 125, I have to take the Rangers.
That's fair. We'll go to the. Did you guys already cover college hoops? We don't really cover college hoops because there are a lot of games. All of those plays are over on the Picks and Parleys or Earle Sportsbet site. So if you're interested in those are all over there. So we don't really go over college hoops over there on ESP. If you have any questions on some of them, we could tag on some games, but most of them are all over on the site. I lied to you guys earlier. Now this is the third to last game because Nick keeps forgetting to type in games. And
it's easy to forget this game. This game is easily forgettable. I don't blame anybody for forgetting this game exists.
That's fair. Chicago Blackhawks are taking on the Arizona Coyotes. Blackhawks a minus 160 favorite in this one. Total of 5.5. And we'll let Terry start with his favorite team.
Chicago's allowed 4+ goals in 4 straight games. Arizona has allowed 4+ goals in 6 of their last 8. And my pick, I have written in my spreadsheet, is probably nothing. That's my pick, probably nothing. Both teams are going to overtime lately, so there's that look. I already have a couple draws, and I have no interest in putting my money on this. Chicago's the 28th in goals for on the road, 25th in goals against. Arizona's 30th in goals for, and 32nd in goals against. Arizona's allowing 4.14 goals at home. So that is absolutely horrible. How can you allow over 4+ goals at home? So I could see an over on this game, but I don't trust Arizona to score. And the Blackhawks, their offense isn't very good either. They're scoring 2.18 goals on the road. Arizona's scoring 2.21 at home. So Nathan is 100% right in the chat. This is a 1-800-GAMBLER game.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yay!
If there's ever been a 1-800-GAMBLER
I
game,
was ready to click that when it was my turn.
this has to be it, right, Nick? If there's ever been a 1-800-GAMBLER game,
Oh yeah.
this.
But I gotta play on it regardless.
Oh, there you go. I don't. Good luck.
Neither do I. Nick, what do you have?
All right. So here's the ultimate question for this game. Why are the Blackhawks this big of a favorite? I don't think the Blackhawks should be this big of a favorite versus anybody in the NHL. You can put them against that Montreal Canadiens team with half their team out. You can put them against Arizona. They shouldn't be minus 160 against either of those teams. I get it. They have a good top line, but this Chicago team's not looked good. Marc-Andre Fleury has looked human for this team. Unlike when he was with Vegas winning the Vezina last year or stuff like that. It's amazing what happens when he looks like when there's not a really good team in front of him. I took a shot here. I am on Arizona money line. I got him at plus 140. I think this game should be more like minus 125, minus 120. To be completely honest, Arizona is at home, which doesn't really say much comparing to home and road splits. I mean, they both suck. Both home and road, they suck. But Arizona, they're a live dog tonight. I think they're a very live dog tonight. I'll take a shot here. If they lose, oh well. But against Chicago, I don't see a reason why they should be a minus, or Chicago shouldn't be a minus 160, 65 favorite in this game. That's just too much.
That's fair.
Especially on the road, where they're 5-10-2 this year.
There you go. 2 games left. Detroit Red Wings and the Anaheim Ducks. Ducks are a 135 favorite, total of 5.5. Nick, you get to start with this one.
Quack. I'm on the Ducks money line again. This is a really good Ducks team this year. They're 18-11-7, so they're about equal 500, but they're just still exceeding expectations for me this year. I had them pinned for maybe second to last in that division. Last. And they're currently sitting in second? Like, this is a Ducks team that is definitely exceeding expectations. And they're going up against a team that is really bad on the road in Detroit, who are 4-10-1. They are coming in off of 4 straight home games where they went 2-2. They're 1-2 since returning from the COVID break. They've gone over in 2 of the 3 games. On the Anaheim side, they did come in. They won their last game 4-1 against the Philadelphia Flyers, but snapped their 4-game losing streak where they lost to the Avalanche, the Knights, the Canucks when they were playing well, and then before the break they lost in overtime to the Coyotes. And looking at, I'm getting up the injuries here. Are we getting Trevor Zegras back? It says he's on the long-term IR. He's expected back today, but they've also said he's been expected back for the last couple of games. So I'm hoping Trevor Zegras is back in the lineup here. We're hoping maybe Adam Henrique's not going to be back. I'm trying to see with all these guys here. Ryan Getzlaf could be back today on COVID protocol. I need Zegras back really bad. I have a Rookie of the Year ticket for Trevor Zegras, and every single game he doesn't play feels like he keeps slipping. But actually, he's plus 175 to win the Calder Trophy this year. So two of my futures look pretty good with Zegras going from plus 275 to plus 175, and Ovechkin going from plus 700 now plus 375. He's only behind McDavid now. But I like the Ducks in this spot. This is one of the only ones where I missed the line movement. I got the Ducks at minus 140, and now they're at minus 130. I also got over 5.5 in this game, so I'm going Ducks and over.
Fair enough. Terry, anything in this one?
Yeah, I just quickly searched looking to see if Zegras is in, but in that post it didn't say if he's going to be playing today or not. But some interesting news. Scott Niedermayer and Paul Correa. I know it's not Correa. I don't know how to pronounce it. Paul Correa? I think it's Paul Correa. Are possible. They're leading the search for the next Ducks GM. So that'll be interesting. I actually thought I was saying Paul Korea was in the lead to become the GM, but they're leading the search for the GM. This is Turnsy's team, so sorry, Turnsy, but like Nick said, Detroit is really bad on the road. This is a huge Detroit, Columbus, and Dallas are huge road home splits. It is Korea. Okay. Yeah, they are huge road home splits. So they're really good at home, but they're really bad on the road. Detroit's 4-10-1 on the road. They are scoring 2.4 goals, 2.47. They're 25th. And they're allowing the most goals on the road, 4.20, 420. Meanwhile, Anaheim is scoring 3.32. They're 14th in goal scoring at home, but they're only allowing 2.26. They're third in goals against at home. So Anaheim is allowing two less goals a game at home than Detroit is on the road. So Detroit's allowing 2 more goals on the road than Anaheim is at home. That's a huge difference. Anaheim is going OT 3 out of the last 7, 3-2-2 in their last 7 games. They're trending towards under, but Detroit on the road, how can you bet an under? It's pretty hard to.
Yeah.
Tim, you don't look very excited right now. Where's your excitement, Tim? We're talking hockey. You should be more excited here. Anyways,
yeah, I said in the private chat that Tim looks so bored right now.
now you know how I feel during NBA. Okay.
Oh, it was only 4 NBA games. I'm sitting through 11 NHL. You should be happy. I'm still actually paying attention.
Ducks money
there's
line.
a simple solution to this. Ready? All right, let's continue to talk some hockey. Yeah, Tim's sitting back and relaxing now. Here, take a little bit of a break. We'll break down the last 2 games here.
Ducks money line. I'm sorry, Turnsy. I can't bet Detroit on the road. I can't. I just can't. So I'll be on a Ducks money line. I don't think they blow out Detroit, but I think they have to win. They'll win the game.
I think 4-2 Ducks is a look here.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, but we'll move on to the final game of the slate here. The Nashville Predators are at the LA Kings here. Predators, this line's moved. They opened around a -105. They're now up to around -135. Total 5.5 in this game. Where are you looking at for this matchup?
The Preds. How can you not take the Preds? They're 9-1-1 in their last 11. 11-6-2 on the road. They've won 4 out of their last 5 in LA. For me, it's Nashville. They're playing really good right now, and I'm going to back them.
Yeah, I would have much preferred Nashville yesterday at -105. I obviously can't get to them at -135 now. I just think that's I can't get to them at that line because it's also just me being frustrated that I didn't get them at -105, -110. It's just me there. I didn't get them at that line. I don't want them at this line. I do like the over 5.5 in this game. That is what I am on. I think we see goals in this one here. Looking at what they have done lately, let me get this game up on covers. So prepared. There we go. Nashville's gone over in 3 of their last 4 games and 3 of their 4 since returning from the COVID break, and they were an empty net goal away from being 4-0 to the over in those games. They've won 2 straight after losing their first 2 since returning from the break. They beat Vegas 3-2 in Vegas, and they beat the Blackhawks 6-1 after losing to Columbus 4-3 and the Capitals 5-3. So they didn't look good from the start of that COVID break, but now they look fine. They've looked really good. On the other side, LA, they played on New Year's Day, and they won 6-3 against Philly. I was on the Kings that night. Very nice cash there. The Kings have been a team I like to back this year. They've won 2 of their last 3 games, or 2 of 3 games since returning from the COVID break. They've gone over in 2 of 3, so I'm going over 5.5 in this matchup, and I would lean Kings in this spot.
Yeah, I don't blame you for the over. Nashville is just so hot right now that I can't. And the fact that they know how to win in LA too. They're
Yeah,
minus 140
I stayed
now.
off the side. This is a game I
Yeah.
didn't have much of a read for the side, but line value only, taking the names of the teams out of this completely, it would be a lean towards the Kings.
Yeah.
Because I had this game
Yeah.
projected around minus 110, minus 115 for Preds, not minus 135.
I don't do my own lines, but Preds are minus 140 right now, and I'm probably gonna lock. I am gonna lock them in after we're done the show, but they could be minus 140. I think that's fair the way they're playing. I don't know who LA beat in their 2 games since the break.
Philly and Vancouver.
Okay, so Vancouver's been playing well.
And Philly had been
Philly,
playing decent coming into that.
but they're not 9-1-1 like Nashville is in their last 11.
No.
So yeah, I don't blame you for taking it over for sure.
Yeah.
The
All right,
chat.
we'll bring Tim back in for Turnsy saying you can always just start betting and capping the NHL full time, Tim.
No, I'm good.
See, Turnsy knows what's up.
No, I'm good.
He's behind the scenes practicing his hockey. Of course he is. Working on his stick handling and stuff like that.
Can you even skate, Tim?
No.
Tim.
I've never tried. I don't want to. I'm good. I prefer my.
I kind of want to take Tim ice skating now just to see him fall on his ass.
No, I prefer my tailbone to be in one piece. Anyways, yeah, that's. Oh, shut up. That is everything from today. I'm taking Nick out of here. That is everything for today. Before we jump into a recap and all that good stuff, we'll go ahead and run the bumper real quick.
Hey guys, EarleSportsBets.com has finally launched, and to show our appreciation for you, click on the link below or go to EarleSportsBets.com/promo to get the 7-day package for only $49. That's $120 in savings. Thanks, guys.
There you go. Yeah, listen to that pretty girl. Go ahead over to the EarleSportsBets.com site. Check it out. But also, some housekeeping before we do recaps and head on out for today. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, and our merch, all linked down below, along with the Earle Sports Bets TikTok and the new EarleSportsBets.com. Also, make sure you check out Terry at Let's Go Wild Picks on Twitter. Make sure you give him a follow as well. Speaking of the Picks and Parleys family, Craig did his show earlier. I'm pretty sure Higgs is probably done with his show by now. He probably started a half an hour before us. Half an hour ago, he's probably done by now. But if you want to check out, rerun his show, he's probably got a lot of good information over there. Allie will be live, or Allie or Nick. I'm not sure which one will be live at 1:30.
Most likely Allie, I think, today.
Oh, Allie's back, and I believe Buzzer Beater starts today as well. So make sure you guys check that out. That's a college basketball play. So like all of that stuff. Game time decision at 6, and probably some Total Chaos and other free pick videos and stuff coming out later on tonight on all the channels. Check out all of them and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Just wear a cup because I'm coming.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Is that a threat?
Turnsy's gonna deal with your tailbone. Don't worry.
Oh no! Anyways, recapping for today. I have a small slate because NBA small slate. I got Boston minus 1.5, Golden State minus 2, the under in that LA and Phoenix game, and then I do have a hockey play today. Don't worry. I did grab the Buffalo Sabres on the money line. Let's run it, Nick.
Alrighty. I got a lot today, so let's get my thing up here real quick. All right, in the NBA, I'm on the Golden State money line. Plain simple, they win tonight. I'm on Pittsburgh, Philly over 6. I'm on Buffalo money line, Buffalo over 6. Wild over 5.5. Flames money line and over 6. I'm on the Panthers money line and over 6 as well. Colorado over 6 and Winnipeg team total over 2.5. Coyotes money line, Vegas Rangers over 6, Anaheim over 5.5 and money line. And I'm on the over 5.5 in Nashville in LA.
Terry?
Before I do my picks, I tried to put my link to my spreadsheet in the chat, but for some reason it didn't work. I don't know why.
Oh, you know what? Put it in the private chat, and I got to put it in because you're not technically a mod on our channel, I don't believe. So you can't put links in. I'll have to change that, but
well, it's all good. I do everything's done in my spreadsheet, so I see people popping in and out throughout the day because on Google Sheets it shows like how many people are looking at it and everything. So I can see people popping in and out. So people are making use of my stats and picks and stuff. So that's always nice. Picks today in NBA. Memphis, team total over 115.5. Phoenix, team total over 115.5. In NHL, Calgary, Tampa draw. Columbus, New Jersey over 6.5. Minnesota, money line. San Jose, Buffalo draw. I am going to be adding a small play on Buffalo money line because it is Luka Pakalukinen versus Aiden Hill. Florida money line, Anaheim money line, Rangers money line, Nashville money line, and check my spreadsheet because I'll definitely have some props coming up.
there we go. Nick, go ahead and finish on out the stream for today.
Yeah, that's good. Just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB, which is every single morning in between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and we had our guest Terry Edelman as well. This has been another edition of the Euro Sports Bet Show. Answer that real quick.
I haven't placed it yet. It'll be on my spreadsheet because I do different units for different bets. So it'll be on my spreadsheet. Check it out.
There you go.
But we want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck today.
See you.